Great. Well, hi everybody. I'm really excited to be back. I know it's been a couple months. We're going to jump right in today. We got a half hour to spend together. And so we're going to do a meditation for about 10 minutes or so. And then we're going to move into an art making process. Maybe do a little bit of writing if time allows. But hopefully everyone has some art supplies available. If you don't have art supplies, that's okay. If you're at your desk, even if you have like Post-it notes and a pen, that's totally fine. You can be creative with those things too. So we want to make it accessible to everybody. But if you have markers or, paints, watercolors, any kind of pencils, anything that you'd like to work with, all of that is fair game for tonight. If you have like a book or an art journal that you work in, if you have been using art for self-care, it's a great time to grab that. But any kind of loose paper is great too. Just make sure you have some paper, some writing materials or art making materials with you, and we can get started. Okay. And again, this is a safe space. It's a judgment-free space. This is really for you to just kind of enjoy your time, reflect on your day. And the theme of tonight will really be around letting go, letting go of stress, really focusing on your own needs. So now, I'd like you to focus, and just close your eyes for a moment, for the next several moments, or find a place in the room to focus your attention on. If it does help you to keep your eyes open, feel free to do that. You could also shut off your camera during this meditation if that feels more comfortable. Sometimes people feel more comfortable with that. Just go ahead and take a breath here. Start to ground yourself. Notice your body, how you're feeling in your space. Tonight we will engage in a creative process. And this is going to be a time for you to let go, time to explore and to play. There will be no right or wrong, as there is no right or wrong way to make art. There are no mistakes here. Just try your best now to let go of any judgments that you might be feeling coming up as you enter this space. Allow yourself to have some grace and compassion with yourself as you enter this process. And this will allow for whatever is stirring inside of you to come forth. Just take a few moments to reflect on your day so far, the moments leading up to now. Consider where have you been, what you've done, maybe some experiences that you've encountered. How has this been for you? Maybe it's been a hard day, or maybe it's been all right. Whatever it's been for you, just take a moment of gratitude for yourself, for your body and your mind and your heart carrying you through the day. Have a little bit of gratitude for yourself, showing up to take care of yourself in this moment. Mindfulness is the practice of cultivating awareness. It's the practice of being present. And now you have nowhere else to be but here, in this shared space. And all you have to do right now is focus on the cadence of your breathing. Just notice your breath. Notice it as it moves in and out of your body. The natural flow of breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling from the bottom of your lungs, if you can, those deepest spaces of your lungs. Exhaling, breathing out any tension, any stuck feelings. Breathe in relaxation. And breathe out your tension. Find that place of stillness if you can. You can scan your body a bit and notice how you're feeling physically. Notice anything that may feel uncomfortable, anything that feels tense. Maybe there's some pain. And see if you can intentionally send your breath to these places, stretching or breathing into these spaces. Releasing the discomfort piece by piece. Take a moment to release anything that your body is holding physically, if you can. And now as you reflect on this, start to think about what else there is that you may be holding on to right now. If you could take a moment and just sit with yourself and just listen. What is it that you would like to let go of tonight? What is it that you need to let go of? Maybe there are words or images, little flashes of moments that kind of come up for you. Just sit with this for a moment. Holding whatever stuck energy there is. Now try to imagine, what is it that you need to truly move forward? If you can try, really visualize whatever your needs are right now. See if you can make it something that's tangible for yourself. Experience for a moment your needs being met. Whether it's visualizing or hearing a certain mantra in your mind. Any colors that come to mind. Just really take a moment to absorb how good it feels to be present and have your needs be focused on. Just take a few moments here. See if you can soak up those feelings of letting go, those feelings of moving forward, nourishment of being provided for. Continuing to breathe as always. Whenever you feel ready, you can start to open your eyes, you can start to stretch, do what your body needs to come back to our space together. Okay, and now if you have the paper in front of you or your journal, take your hands and place it on your paper and just kind of notice the texture for a moment. Notice how the paper feels on your hands. Start to kind of explore it a little bit. Just be present with it. And then look to your art materials or whatever you have on hand and look at what colors you're drawn to or what types of materials you're drawn to. What's calling for your attention? That's the best place to start. Now we'll have the next 10, 15 minutes or so to create whatever comes up for you. You can start with lines, you can start with shapes, perhaps something that you experienced as part of our meditation today. Or maybe it's just a spontaneous response that you want to express right now. But please remember, there's no expectations as you start to create. You might notice some internal criticism coming up. And if you do, with awareness and with mindfulness, just let it enter and then let it roll by, pass by. There's no criticism here. So go ahead and take the next few moments in silence. And I'll let you know when it's time to come back. And you can always come back to your breath. this point, if you're feeling done with the visual creation, if you wanted to take a few notes or write down any written reflections you have, you're welcome to do that. Or you can continue to draw or paint or whatever materials you have. I see that someone is using an iPad and electronic pencil, and that's pretty wonderful too. Just take a few more moments. And as we consider finding a good place to rest our practice for this evening, this is something that you can come back to, whatever image you're creating, if it's feeling unfinished, or if you'd like to take more time and maybe reflect on it through writing. Definitely take that time for yourself if you can. Just give another minute or two. Okay, if we could come to a stopping place. Again, this certainly does not need to be your stopping place for your own creative process for this evening. Okay. Well, it's absolutely wonderful to be here. I'm happy to be back and to be part of this community. It's an absolutely wonderful and supportive community. And if we want, we can take a few minutes. If anyone has any reflections from their process that they'd like to share, or you could unmute yourself, or you could write something in the chat. Certainly welcome to any insights, or if there's any support I can offer.
Anybody?
And no obligation to share too. I just want to offer. Or if you even just want to put your camera on and hold your artwork up, that's also, it's kind of nice sometimes to see what everyone worked on. This was my piece.
Oh, wow.
I just doodled on the page. Letting go of fear and healing. So it's something that I did today.
I'll show you mine. Mine brought me back to my childhood. I look like I am a 5th grade drawer.
Excellent. Oh, wow.
So,
My
we got
goodness.
8 inches of snow. And I promised my neighbor across the street, who is almost 4, that I would build a snowman with him tomorrow. So that's where my mind was when I was quiet in my chair, was building a snowman. So
wow. Wow. I think that's really amazing. It's like you allowed yourself to just be free and have fun with it. And you felt like your inner child coming out a little bit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think playing in the snow is certainly mindfulness until you got to shovel it, right?
I didn't have to do that today. My husband did.
Yeah.
I'll share mine. I was just really surprised by the guided meditation, how something just really came to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was feeling kind of overwhelmed by all these unknowns in my life. And I think, I don't remember what the prompt was, but something about like, what do I need? Sorry if I can try that. Yeah. But I just kind of envisioned it more as a rainbow and not having to have all the answers, and like, what would that be like? It's not at all like my personality, but it felt really good.
Wow, that's really neat, Heidi. So so you noticed some strong visuals or something come up for you when you went into the meditation?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's very interesting. I think sometimes when we do guided meditation, some people get strong visuals, other people have more like auditory things that come up, like almost like a little inner voice kind of talking to you, or so it's always interesting to see what comes up for people. And that's a very interesting way to look at those unknowns, right? It's on more of a spectrum now. Yeah. Very cool.
This isn't trying to focus.
I see Jim holding up the iPad.
Yeah, I'm working anyway. Anyway, it was a drawing of me fighting my migraine.
Wow. With
the support of friends and professionals helping with that, because I have a little nasty migraine today. But the meditation helped reduce it.
Wow. Wow, that's great to hear. So did you notice your pain reduce at all throughout it?
I'm not sure about the artwork, maybe a little bit, but the meditation will certainly help.
Wow, great. Well, I'm glad to hear.
It helped me shove it out of me with combination with some other techniques that I've learned.
I think what's really interesting about using art therapy to manage migraine too is you can create like an externalized representation of what your migraine looks like, you know, so that might be something interesting to try, you know, just to kind of get it out in that way and maybe express it in a different way.
Yeah, basically I drew a thing with the migraine in a circle which sort of represented my head and an arrow pointing out to a trash can.
Wow. That's a cool visualization. So you're putting that migraine in the trash.
Yeah.
That's great. Is there anybody else?
No, my husband and I are house shopping. So I put a vision of a 4-season porch that I want that we're looking at.
Wow.
Bringing the outdoors inside. I don't know if it's bright enough, but.
Yeah, no, I can see that. So you were imagining this beautiful porch where you could have the outdoors come in. And I bet that was a really wonderful feeling to kind of imagine yourself in that space.
Yeah, we live in Minnesota, so we just got out of 20 below weather.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Wow. What was that process like for you?
It was not. It was my first time, so I didn't know what to expect. So I didn't know if So I had to my husband was grabbing me paper and stuff like that. So but it was really nice. I liked the meditation and, you know, just the guided part and just what was coming to my head, bringing, you know, the peace and.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's great, Sarah. Yeah. Best of luck on your house hunting search too.
Yeah.
I'm looking in the chat. Let me see. I'm just as unartistic as I was in grade school. Oh, yeah. I know there can be, you know, a lot of shame that comes up for us when we start to create art too. You know, sometimes it reminds us of maybe our youth, or if someone gave us negative feedback about something we created. And, you know, I think it can be really powerful to try and work through that, you know, to help ourselves alleviate that shame, because everyone has the potential and opportunity to be creative. We're all creative in different ways, right? And art is very subjective. You know, you could do like a splatter paint on a canvas and it's, you know, somebody could buy it for $1 million, right? And yeah.
Yeah, I love that she just put words that started with the letter P.
Oh, wow, that's very interesting.
Yeah, that's another way to look at art, right, Jen?
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, I think that's very interesting. And there's an interplay between words and images, and, you know, all of that's connected. All the art forms are kind of connected.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Was there anyone else that wanted to share, or any other comments before we end for today?
I just want to thank you, Jen, and thank everybody for joining. And Jen, thank you so much for a great evening.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all of your participation, everyone. I really appreciate it.
And we'll see you back in March and April.
Okay. Take care, everybody.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.